It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New Orleans Saints and the New York Giants. And it comes your way next.
Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Cade Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, that we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other. From the moment they're tabbed, the starters in their first season. And then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that'll be talked about, well, for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
Blake Grupe out and ready to send this away. And we're off from MetLife. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. They'll be led out by this promising young signal caller, already a starter in his first season out of Ole Miss.
It's always fun, puts a smile on my face when I see a rookie leading an offense out. A lot of them look like 10-year vets with confidence and poise in the middle of that huddle, in the middle of their teammates. But let's watch his first couple throws. That's where sometimes you could see some of those nerves slipping through. You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Man there, it's Malik Neighbors. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Setting up a throw. Caught by Theo Johnson. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From midfield on second down. Throwing deep for the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with. And the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. They go play action here. Headed out right. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. He gets 6 on that play, and the Giants will have a first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
To throw here on first down. Gets this to Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. He'll look to throw. Connects with Johnson. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. First and goal. Goal to go. They're passing. Cut near the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Ball at the 2 here for second and goal. Tracy goes up and over for the touchdown. The Giants finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Gano ready to send this away. On the return, it's Kendre Miller. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. So now we're going to look at the other offense as the Saints take the field. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll throw on first. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They send a tight end in motion. Pass play on 1st and 10. He gets it to Juwan Johnson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Has it in close. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, And there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
A tight end in motion now. Running behind center with Kamara. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. He gets a chunk of 4 yards, leaving them just a yard from the end zone. 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Blake Groupie to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Coming left is Tracy. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. A throw left side, caught by Neighbors. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I love throwing on 1st down, and when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing from the gun. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Chase Young bringing him down there. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw now. Has his man, it's Tracy. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Gano ready to send this away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. This New Orleans offense readied up for its second drive of the contest. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. They kick the running back in motion. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter one. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They have it on second and short. Kamara running out of the gun. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. He was brought down by Roy Robertson-Harris. No gain on second down, and they need two here on third.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a third and short stop.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. And no doubt he wants a good start for himself here in prime time. He's got it at the 24. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And it'll be Giants football. A handoff to Tracy. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Sent to the ground by Pete Werner.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
They go right back to Tracy. He's contained at the line for no gain. Alontae Taylor making the stop. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Giants will have a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Throwing from the gun here. He finds Johnson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Pickup of 2 here, and it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Play action on first down. He locates Daniel Bellinger. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
From the 44 here on second down. Got a man, Robinson has it. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That's a pickup of 9. And the Giants will have a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Tracy once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with third down and 6 to go.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing on third and long. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, he's gonna run for it! And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Giant as they get somebody out there to tend to him. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. First throw for the backup now. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the option, he's going to keep it going right. And he only gets this one down to the 9. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Giants with the football. So now here's 3rd and 5. Russ is gonna cook here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. A very short kick here from the right hash.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Gano ready to send this away. Shaheed now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The New Orleans offense set to go now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Throwing now on first down. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
To throw here on first down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Running back sent in motion. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Hitting Olave on the slant. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 3 now. From the 31. Able to get it to Moreau. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Throwing it again here. Cut near the goal line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They kick the running back in motion. This is reeled in by Kamara. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. He'll throw it yet again. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints tie it in the final minute of the half. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Groupie to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And they'll take the lead. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Gray now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants take over now late in this first half. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. He finds Slayton. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Russ now from the gun. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Wilson now, 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force to throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And this one does not go far. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And they'll only have time for 1 play before halftime. We will not get another play here, Brock. That's to an E. Time's going to run out on the half. So at halftime, the Saints fighting to an advantage on the road. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a 1-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Here's Miller on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Saints offense ready to start this 3rd quarter. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the 3rd. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Another run for Kamara. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. They'll try and throw it here. That's caught for the 1st. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Running back, motioning right. Trying to throw here out of the gun. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing from the gun. Rolling into enemy territory. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll throw it again. Looking right, and he finds him. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
The drive picks up here, first and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. Gets this one to Shaheed. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans! The Saints grow the lead coming out of halftime. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Group B to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints grow their lead to 8. Here's Group B on now to handle the kickoff. Gray now on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Now here comes the New York offense. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Ross off the play fake. Cut out left. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
They'll go left side with Tracy. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Wilson now off the play action. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And now he's going to call for the fair catch and take it just beyond the 30. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Saints will get set to take over. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Moreau. By a man, and now he's in the clear. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 2nd and 1. That's complete to Kamara. 2 yards on the pickup, and the Saints are going to have a first down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Looking for a throw here. Kamara's got it. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Hits his running back. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Running back sent in motion. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Mickey kick is good. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Wilson now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Three quarters in the books from this one. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Wilson. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They're set up at the 35 now. First down, here's Russ. Pass is caught at the 9. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants now within 1 score in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So now a big moment for the Giants as they line up for 2. Russ is cooking again. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete. So a little pressure alleviated by the touchdown, but plenty still remains. Gonna need to manufacture another trip to the end zone as they trail by 5.
This feels a little bit like a golf event to me, Kate, where those golfers will spend a big round not even looking at the scoreboard, not even know where they sit. But then when it gets down to winning time, they do know exactly what they need. And to consider that golf analogy, well, this team now needs a birdie when it matters the most.
And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Saints headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
From the 36, this finds Moreau. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 41. That one's complete, right side. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I got to be honest with you, Kate. That's an occasion where a drop would have been a whole lot better than a completion. Couldn't find the way back to the line, and it's a rare pass that actually loses yardage.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Throwing now from the gun. He's throwing deep to the left side.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And the Giants are going to take over with a lot of field ahead of them. Running this with Tracy. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Throwing off the play fake here. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They'll throw it. That's caught for the first. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Back to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 28 out of that play. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Connects with Johnson. And they get this down to the 28. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
They'll throw it again. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They run. Here's Tracy. And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Throwing now, off play action. And he scores! It's a New York touchdown! The Giants take a 4th quarter lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
So now a big moment for the Giants as they line up for two. He's throwing for it! And it falls incomplete. Can't make that pass work, so as a result, they will not hold. Okay, Brock, dialing up another two-point call, and you remember when your friends didn't have a voicemail and it would just ring and ring and ring? It's still ringing. Falls short again of reaching that end zone.
Yeah, this defense is not doing very good between the 20s or even in the red zone, but they do find a way to rise up. This is always my challenge with being super aggressive, is why give that defense something to feel good about coming off the field after you put 6 on the board?
Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Here comes the Saints offense. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. This is complete to Olave. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They kick the running back in motion. Setting up to pass. Olave with the catch. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Counter give to Kamara. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. They stay on the ground with Kamara. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. To throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball. And they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
Incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Tracy, and he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Timeout taken by the defense, their second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. It's Tracy on the carry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. The Giants are set to punt. It's going to be Jamie Gillen doing the honors. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Back to throw. And the Giants are too much. They take him down. So the Giants come away with the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Giants as we say so long from New York.